This conference will now be recorded.
Right. Now, section 1, section 2, section 3 buttons we have already seen. And from here onwards, so we will have a different topics where we have to cover. Okay. For example, business rules, we have separate topic itself. What we will do, we'll skip these functionalities right now. And whenever the topic comes, we will see. Okay. And coming to insert. Insert also a similar kind of functionality. For example, you see here, there is a spacer. Okay. Now I want to give some space between two fields. Let's add that one. You see, there is an empty space will be available. Okay. That is the spacer functionality. And the remaining thing, all these things, we have a different topics. Okay. For example, if you are working with subgrid, before you are going to use subgrid, you need to be aware of a views concept. Okay. So it is not done yet. It is like we have started and we understand how to create a form and how to play with this one. So in detail, we will discuss step by step. Okay. Again, we'll discuss views. Again, we'll come back here and we'll discuss the subgrid. Okay. There is a quick view form functionality. We'll discuss that one as well. Okay. Now, so this is all about what we can see in the main form. In the navigation or related section, like tabs, sections, fields, in between fields also you have this one. Okay. So these are the different things which will be for a specific module. For example, knowledge base articles is for service module. Timer is for SLA. Bing map, whenever you integrate the map, so you can use this one. Similar way, the specific functionalities is available specific purpose. Okay. So we will discuss this one when the topic comes. Okay. But from you see here, these are all one-time utilization. It's not like multiple time you can reuse it. And here onwards, these are all these things you will be playing with the different scenarios. Okay. So with that, what I'll do, I'll stop here to go with the further discussion. And when the topic comes, we'll come back here and we'll discuss that. Okay. So this is all about what we are going to learn about the main form. Okay. Let me wait. Right. So we have created or we have copied from the existing form. Now coming to quick create form. Okay. Right. Quick create form. So before we are going to discuss about the quick create form, I'll just show you a couple of things. What is a quick create functionality? You see there is a plus symbol. Okay. This is a symbol which we can use it for quick create concept. I'll just click on this one. There is a patient entity. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just simply add some data. Let's say XY quick create and save and close. You see, instead of going to specific entity and opening the new button, instead of that, I'll just simply click on this one. I'll open this. This form, we call it as a quick create function, quick create form. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll go to here. I would like to create a quick create functionality for a report document as well. Okay. How to enable that one first thing. So in the entity properties, remember this one, if you want to enable or if you want to create a quick create form, you must be enable the quick create functionality. You see, there is a hello create functionality. First save this one. Then you can start working on the quick create form. Right. Now forms, click on this one, quick create functionality. So this is not like what you have seen for the main form. It's having a limited, and you do not have any kind of tabs or anything. It's just simply having a limited features. You'll be having only one tab, and you do not have an option to select the sections as well. So whatever you add this one, this will be visible in the vertical format. Okay, now you are seeing a horizontal, right? Eventually this will be displayed as a vertical mode. Okay, let's create a name, patient report fees. Okay, so I have added only limited fields. Save. Save and close. What I will do, I will just publish this customization because we have a entity level changes, right? So it might take some time. Let's wait for it. Hmm, come on. Right. So this is published. Now, if I click on this one, I should be able to see that report documents also is there in the list. Okay. So what does that mean? When you enable any entity allow quick create functionality, okay, so then you must be able to see that option here. Okay, what we have gone through this one. So this is how we will be like connecting all the concepts one by one. When you are creating an entity, we have not talked about that one, but when the topic comes here, just a second. Now we have not talked about all these things. So we have talked about this one, and now we came here. Okay. So here, this is how you need to select, like there are a couple of property you can uncheck and you can check this one as well. Okay, similarly different features also will come back and we'll try to understand that functionality. Right now let's see how it looks like. Now you see, though we have added the horizontal mode 1 field, but still it is showing in vertical mode only. So let's say ECG and create, this is the patient and this is the value, save and close. Okay, that's how a quick create functionality will be there. It is not about here only. I'll go here in the patient entity. The main purpose of the quick create is whenever you open a related entity records, let's say one of this record. Now when I click on this one, this is the main purpose of quick create functionality. Okay, you see here from the related record, so I'm able to create a record which will be like auto populate the patient entity data. Now if I go here, let's say quick create example and report fees is this one. See, the record is created simply. Now how it was there earlier, so whenever you click on this one, the new window was opening like this. So let's say like this, and you have to fill the data and you have to come back again one more step, right? Now that is gone. Now the simplest way is, so whenever you click on this one, simple window will be there. Okay, XYZ and sum this value. See, this is how simplest way that end user can feel when you go with the quick create functionalities. Okay, any questions so far? I'll consider it as a no questions. So here, if you see quick create, we have covered a similar kind of functionality. And coming to quick view form. Okay, quick view form is a functionality, a form inside the form. Okay, now so this will be created on parent entity and it will be visible on the child entity. That is the like a ground level understanding which we need. Okay, let me go to doctor entity. Forms. So we do have already one quick view form. What I will do, I'll just open this one. So now you see there are two columns only there, and I would like to rename this one quick view demo form. Name it. Remaining things you have already seen in the quick create functionality. And now what I'll do, I'll just use couple of fields. Let's say availability and fees. Okay, save and close. Right. So if you want to create a new, you can create a new quick view form. So that's up to you. Depends on your requirement. You can create n number of views. Now, how this view is going to be displayed for me? Okay, let me go to patient entity forms. Let's take any one of the form. Now what I'll do, instead of contact, I'll change it to patient form. Okay, I'm going to the form properties, display. Instead of contact, I'll make it as patient form. Okay, now you see here there is a doctor is available. Okay, now I want to insert the quick view form. Okay, for example, if you select this one, it will be added here also. in the below it will be added, or it's good to have the where the doctor field is there, there only we will insert the. Hello, are you guys able to hear me? Because there is a connection, sorry, power gone. Now you are able to hear me, right? Now you see, so I have given the name for this one, and if you want to give the label, let's say quick view form demo, and if you want to display this one, you can display. Generally there should not be space in the name. Okay, now you see lookup field. Which lookup you are targeting? It's a doctor lookup, and related entity and quick view form. We have only one form because we have not published, that's why it is showing a information. Generally when you publish it, it will show that specific form name. Okay, and okay, but you see in the background quick view form demo is there. Okay, save, publish. Right, now let's see whether it is impacting there or not. Otherwise we have to publish the all customizations. Okay, wait, it didn't publish properly. Let me publish one time all. is taking too much time to publish this. Come on, yeah. Right. Now let me go to this window. Okay. Right. Now you see whatever the form that you have created as a quick view form, or you have updated the quick view form which is already available, that will be displayed in the patient form for a doctor. Now whenever you change this one, okay, you see if the empty value is there, it will not display. And if you have any kind of other value, let's say Ravi Kumar, this guy doesn't have a owner, and this guy all these things, okay, this guy have a owner and these values, and this is the name. Okay, now whenever you change this one, this is how it will be displayed. Okay, depends on how you configure the quick view form. So based on that, it will be displayed in this main form. Now you see, so mostly quick view forms will be in just below of that lookup field. Okay, so if I go here, let's edit this form again. Patient form. Right, the quick view demo form is available in below. We have to drag it to upside so that it will make sense whenever you are using the application. So see here, the form itself is like one of the a field kind of properties are there. So we will see how it looks like. So in the front end, publish this one. Refresh it. Mhm. Now see the changes what we have made. It makes sense whenever you are booking an appointment. For example, there is a new patient came, okay, and filled uh, view demo patient, and now that guy asked, let's just save this one. Okay, so now we are at a stage of selecting the doctor, and you are expecting a booking appointment with the Govin today. Okay, So do we have a availability of this guy? Let's see. Nothing is there. Wait. Let's go Ravi Kumar. Okay. Or yeah. Now he's available first, like let's say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday only, or Thursday only. And today, like it's a Tuesday, and whether he's available or not, you can just see, and you can book the appointment with that guy. So okay, by looking at this, I can take a decision whether he's available or not. Okay, it depends on how you want to show in front of the system. Okay, how much is going to charge. Okay, as a doctor fees, and what is his proficiency, everything. If you want to keep it in this, you can open this. Okay, so this is how the quick view form functionality will be working. Okay, any questions so far? Any confusion? All right, so I'll take it as no questions.
Kaushik,
Coming,
where we will get this kick view? We have created an inside form, right?
yeah, so here in the
Um,
insert there is a quick view form component. Got it?
uh, in UI,
Sorry,
uh, UI, when we see,
this is the one. This is, you see there is a slight border is there. If you remove that one, that will gone. See in between doctor and hour spent. So when you add something, let's say Govind, there is a one more a view came here.
okay, thank you.
Got it? This is
Yes.
specific to this record information. So it's like a virtual form, you can say. Okay, so it will be shown in the front end side, right? Okay, so that's about quick view form, and we are left with one more form, which is a card form. Let me go back here. Okay, uh, you can create a card form from here, or you can use the existing form. It's a similar way, but quick view form will have a different concept, and this will have a little bit slight difference. This form will be called from another functionality. Okay, so what I will do, you see there are a couple of fields are already available, so I'm not going to change anything right now. Where this form is going to be visible and how this can be used, basically this form will be used in subgrids. Okay, for example, I'll show you how it can be called. Once we understand subgrid, then I'll come back to again here. So I'll open one of the form which is already there. Let's say information form, to show you how it will be used. Let's see, is there any uh, subgrid? No. Go to patient form. Let's take one of the opportunity subgrid. Change properties. You see here there is a controls, right? Now if I go to add control, we have called editable grid. Okay, so when you add this one, and you will be having a concept called card form. Grid view is there. Where is this card form? Allow filtering. Just a second. think these guys have changed. Wait. Add control. Let's take the Power Apps grid. We used to have this one, but right now maybe they changed something. Okay, fine, no problem. So this is related to some of the dashboards as well. So once we landed into that concept, we'll come back to the code form and we'll try to use that functionality. Right now, keep it that aside. For that purpose, what I'll do, I'll make this as a yellow color. Okay, so that we'll come back again and we'll discuss about this card form. Okay, till this, are we clear so far? Main form, quick create form, quick view form. Right. Okay, so card form is all about like where that will be visible. Okay, so I'll just show you one thing somewhere in Sales Hub application. We go to sales. Dashboards. Now you see, so this is one way which is representing a view, but I'll tell you later. When I zoom it a little bit more, okay, so the visual representation is not configured properly. Okay, you see here one record which is displaying in these things. Okay, this kind of code form will be looks like whatever the fields that you have added. And do we have any contacts here? Whenever you mouse over it also, it will pop up like a code form. Okay, we will discuss it later and once we landed into the subgrid concept. For now, just keep it aside. We'll come back. Okay, coming to what else is there in the form. So we have discussed main form, quick create form, quick view form. So that's about forms topics. And any questions so far related to entire forms topics? Okay, so the next topic would be a business rules. Okay, before we are going to discuss about this one, we need to understand two things. Okay, what is that is client side and server side. So if you have already idea, that is well and good what is the client side and what is the server side. But right now let's understand what is the client side and server side in details. For example, any kind of wait, let me take a one diagram. So this is your database. Okay, and this is your front end application which will cover for your database. Okay, so whatever you form, you create, whatever you have a buttons, whatever you have front end things are there. When you click on something and it will go and insert the data. When you delete, when you click on this one, it will go and remove the data from the system and it will upset the data. Okay, so this is also one of the update button, right? Each and everything will eventually work in the database transactions. Okay, so whatever you are seeing the database transactions, that we call it as a server side functionality, or which will run in the background. Okay, so that we consider as a server side functionality. Okay, for example, I am importing some data here from using a Excel. Okay, so which will be created a set of records using a import wizard concept. That will be a background functionality. Okay, you are pushing the data using a import wizard which is in the Excel. Okay, that kind of background operations will be there. Okay, and when it comes to client side, let me go back here. Right, now you see what is a client side. So I'll click on a new button which is there in the browser, and it opens some kind of form. Okay, and I have entered some data. Right, and save it. So by using some kind of UI level clicks and data input, I have created a record. Okay, whatever you have done so far, let's say you clicked on new button, you entered some data, and you clicked on save. Right, these four operation, or these three operation, we call it as a client side activity. Okay, the button click, the form filling, all these things we consider as a client side activities. Okay, front end side. So in this scenario, now if you want to make certain kind of automation, for example, uh, now if I click on something, okay, based on this value, I want to show and hide these values. For example, preferred method of contact, you'll be having a email, mobile phone, fax. Now when I select this one, let's say phone, I don't want to see email and fax here. It's just like a front end show and hide concept. It's not like something completely you are removing from the entity. It's just like you are just showing and hiding in the client side itself simply. For example, if I select any, I want to see all these things. If I select none, nothing, I don't want to contact anything. So just hide all these things. Okay. So these kind of front end customizations, or let's say little bit automation, that we consider as a client side customizations. Okay. Right. Now I'll take one more example. So let me drill down into, let me come. I need more space to do something like this. Let me go to a diagram. Okay. So front end. This is the front end of your database. Okay. Now let's say show and hide, making a mandatory, and changing labels. All these things will work on here only. It will not impact anything on the database level data. Okay, I'll just show you something. For example, Discord. Let me go to advanced find. edit columns. Let me take something called modified by, modified on, something, all these properties. Okay, new view created on today. Okay, come on, yeah, where is this fields? All these fields I would like to add it here. Done. Now let's understand what's happening here. There is a record which we have just created, client side data create. Okay, and there is a field called modified by, and there is a field called modified on. Okay, two field values already available in the database. Okay, whenever you are creating, this will be pre-populated. But in the client side, whenever I open this one, I don't see the data. I don't see any modified on or modified by. I have only owner is there. So in the client side, I am not showing that specific fields. It doesn't mean that it is not available for that record. So in the database, that data is available in the database with proper modified by and modified on details. But when the client side, which is a front end, I don't put in the form that specific fields. That's why those fields are not available when I look at the client side. Okay, this is how you will be having a client side and server side functionality. You will be having couple of data which is already in the database, and only which you are showing in the front end is a little bit number of data. Okay, so that's how you can identify when you are working with server side and client side. Okay, just like front end, you're showing and hiding something, which doesn't mean that it is going to let's say remove from the database. So database, the data will be there. You are just making like user friendly application to understand, okay, when I select something email, only you need to fill the email, which you should not fill the other communication channels. Okay, so that's how client side and server side. And you go ahead and dig in the Google what is the client side and server side if you are not able to understand this functionality. Okay. Now coming to a business tool topic. The business tool main a flavor of the wait. Okay. The main purpose of the business tool concept is it will work in the client side and it will work in the server side. That is a very good implementation which has given by the CRM or Microsoft Dynamics CRM inbuilt feature. Okay, so for example, I want to show and hide in the front end side. It will work in the front end. And does it make any sense in the background? That is make any impact in the background? No. And the same way, a business tool will like change the field value. Does it make any difference in the front end? Yes, it will make the difference in the front end, and as well as it will make the difference in the background as well, because you are touching the data. Okay, for example, let's say there is a one value is available and there is a test of xyz.com. There are two field values are there, and based on this field type you are changing something in this field. If I select this one, you are just simply erasing something. Okay, so when you are trying to save this one, which means that this is going to update in the database. Okay, similar way, whenever you are importing the data, that what you have seen here, you see, whenever you are importing the data, there also you will check this kind of information whether this field value contains certain information or not. If it is applied, if it is available as an email, then go ahead and remove this value. Okay, so in this scenario also your business rule is going to work. In the front end also it will work, in the back end also it will work. Okay, I will show you how it works in the front end and back end as well, how to create a record and in the back end, and how to create a record in the front end. Those two things I will show you, and I'll give you the demo. Okay, don't worry about it. That's about like how front end and back end functionalities will work as a client side and server side. And tomorrow we will start with the business rules, and we'll see what are the things is there inside the business rule, and we'll go through the demo as well. Okay, any questions so far?